Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for watching. As you can tell by our title, you know what we bought, but we bought a pop-up camper. So here it is. It's behind me. It does need some work. So when we bought it, we bought it pretty cheap. I probably could have got it for a little bit less, but it does need some work. It's semi-usable. I'll go over kind of what needs to be done and everything like that. But behind me, it is a Jayco Eagle. It is the 12 LSO model. So it is, I believe, a 24-foot camper. We haven't gone through it 100%. So we bought the trailer about a month and a half ago, and I just been procrastinating like I always do and saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then play video games, and I don't end up doing it. So here I am doing it today. So I'm just gonna go over some of the work that needs to be done, some of the upgrades I want to do, and my plans for the future, and kind of what I want to get out of it, and then kind of what Carolina may want to get out of it too. So hopefully she comes home before I finish this. But so here it is. So you can see I have a tarp on there. The roof looks, it's a decent condition. The only bad thing is that the caulking and a lot of the seals are bad, so there's a bunch of cracks in there. When we did inspect it, I did look around the boards. None of the boards looked rotted or anything. I didn't feel any rots when I touched it too. The big thing was, well, that I didn't know. So it rained about 3 weeks ago. We weren't here, so I wasn't able to cover it. And then when we got home, we were gone for about a few days, like 3 or 4 days, so I couldn't cover it. When I got home, I popped it up just to double check, because I know I did leave the vent open. It wasn't open a lot, it was just a little bit, so I was still just a little concerned. Opened it, everything was fine, but then after a while we noticed one of the lights was dripping. So I think it's leaking through, so that's my biggest thing I need to get done, is get this thing waterproofed and keep the water outside so it doesn't impact anything and make it more costly and a lot more work for me to do. But so that's why we have that there. I'll remove it so you guys can kind of see what is behind it. And there we go. So just do a quick little walk around of how it looks. So this, I believe, is just a seal that they put on. I think it just got too hot, melted, and slid down. So that we'll be removing, cleaning it up. You can see just how cracked everything is. Not too much can really get through there, but there is still that. The roof, pretty good condition. Like I said, didn't feel anything there. So I did buy new covers for this, so I'll be replacing that. I haven't looked at the awning, so it does come with an awning, so haven't looked at that yet. Let's go to the back. There's little Ray just doing what she loves. My baby girl. So same with the back. They put this tape on there. Again, still think it got too hot and just melted the glue, and it just went down. There's a little bit of damage there, but doesn't look like it affects anything at all, so I'm okay with that. On this side, so it does come out with a slide out, as you guys will see once we put this up. It does come with a slide out. It does have a fridge, furnace, water, and all the connections that you need. Here There's a shower on this side. I am thinking about replacing all of the, like at least that door, some of these connections over here for the water, for the city water, and then to add water to the fresh tank, and then just these covers right here. Just because they do look faded. I'm kind of thinking of painting them black. I think I would really like to see a little bit of black on here. But eventually my goal for at least the outside, so the immediate things for the outside are going to be making the roof waterproof, making sure that it looks clean and nice. So I want to waterproof it first, remove this gunk. I should just be able to kind of scrape it off. This is kind of like an aluminum top, and then kind of, you know, make it look nice and everything. And then eventually I would want to remove the decals and replace it with something more, so I think I would like a black and red decal over here. So that will be something that I am going to do. Secondly, so that's kind of why I want to just go ahead and paint all those black, but I'm not sure how it'll look. I may just try painting it black, and if it looks good, I'll keep it. If not, I'll just have to buy a new one. Hopefully they come in black. I've seen on Amazon them for white, but that is the outside. This is a little storage here, so it comes with the storage, and there's a bunch of junk in there too. So I guess we could go through that first, since once I take the slide out, it won't be that accessible. So, and then I'll kind of go over what my plans are for there also. So in here, they have the step to get in, the poles to help with the slide out, and then this, not 100% sure what's in this bag. Chairs, they're old chairs and stuff. So a fresh water hose. On this side, I believe, is the screen for the awning, and then here's your water, the hose for the shower and everything. There is a little bit of water damage here. I don't even know if it's water damage. I think it may have just been damaged. But it's nothing too bad. Like I said, everything looked decent. It's just cleaning it up and making it look nice. The one big thing that I did see that needs to be done immediately, so this is a hydraulic brake camper. I should have checked it before I bought it. I opened up the reservoir for where you put your brake fluid, completely empty and rusted inside. So in here, so in there's absolutely nothing in there. You can kind of see the rust. So that needs to be replaced immediately before we use it. The good thing is there is one that I'm looking at, and it's a lot better than this one. So this one, you know, once it feels pressure, it applies a brake. But if I want to put it in reverse, I have to get out, flip this lever, and then start backing up. There's new ones out there that you connect it to your brake lights or your reverse lights, and once those get activated, it sends an electronic signal to not do that, and it stops it. So I could just easily back it up without having to get out, do all that. So I'm gonna order that, since it does need to be immediately done. And then the tires need to be replaced. So that's the other thing that I need to do before we're actually able to use it. So there's 3 things that need to be done: waterproof it, seal everything, and then replace the hitch. So it is a drop-in hitch, so I could just remove the bolts and replace it easily, and then prime the lines and everything. And then last thing, would get the tires replaced, because both of them are bulging and I don't want to take it on a long trip. So let me go ahead and get this thing popped up and you guys can see how it looks. Alright, so here it is all popped up. So there is So here's the king bed. So it has a king, queen, and then this does pop out also. But on the inside, I want to show you the pole is bent, so it's not pushing it. Here is the queen, the awning up. Here's the backside. So the first thing that we did, and the biggest thing that we did, or at least the most costly thing so far, has been a new canvas. You can see that the canvas is weathered, stained. There's a bunch of holes. You kind of see all that. There's some patchwork over here that you can see. Some holes there. This big one right here. So it does need a lot of work, like I said, but it is something that some good use out of it. So let's go ahead and go inside. So here's the inside. This is the back of the camper, so that is the queen. So you can see everything is still dated. I can see all the stains everywhere. So I am going to try cleaning it for now. Down here's the dinette. Right now it is in the bed configuration. So, you know, we have this little bed, we have that bed, and then we have the king bed. So it sleeps a lot, especially with us for our dogs. This is a big reason why I really wanted one with a slide out. Because look at all this room that I have now for my dogs. I'll put a picture up right here so you guys can see how they were in here. I think it was like the first day or second day that we got it. Over here is the sink. After we had bought it, when we put it all back down, I didn't put the stand up, so when we were driving it was just flopping around, and when we opened it back up it was all broken. But Karen and I did talk about it, and we are going to remove it, and we're not going to have a sink in here. If we do wash stuff, it's going to be outside under the awning. One of my thoughts is to take the cold and hot lines and put them to a spigot outside, so we could connect out there and use that to wash and use whatever we want out there. Over here is the king bed. So this is where Karen and I will mainly be sleeping because it is the biggest. You can see again holes, it being all stained and everything. That big patchwork. Didn't notice this when we, well, didn't pop in my head here, but they don't have a cover for it, so that's all visible. So if we did use it before we get the canvas, just put something up there to kind of to block that for now. My main goal is to make it waterproof by doing the roof, kind of making the outside presentable, because I don't like how faded those covers are. So I do have all that, so I will be doing that soon. After I complete that, I want to kind of go through everything. So I still haven't been able to actually verify everything works. The guy said it works. The battery was dead, so we weren't able to really try. Hoping it works. Hopefully it does. But this does have a furnace, so I could use a heater during the winter times, especially coming up. I would like to go camping a few times during the winter, kind of boondocking. So we'll see how all that goes and if I can get it even ready for then. And then I'm not sure if any of the electrical works. Like I said, the brakes don't work at all, so that is another thing I gotta work on. And then I'm not sure if the converter works or any of these lights up here work. One thing I am for sure that works is this. To help vent. I am kind of thinking of replacing this with a fan, so I can actually vent out properly instead of just using the air. I did think about adding a AC unit to here. Not sure yet, but we'll see once the time comes and all that. But for now, this is it. I'm going to start working on it soon, hopefully within the next day or two. Like I said, the main thing I want to do is to waterproof it, wash it, get the tires changed, and then get the hitch with the for the hydraulic fluid. I know there's a lot of things that need to be done here. Eventually I would like to update it, redo the floors, actually put a vinyl laminate kind of the plank flooring down. I gotta make sure I have enough clearance under everything, especially the slide out, because that's gonna be the biggest thing. That's gonna be the hardest to get done. And then I want to redo the covers. My mom had said she can do it, and then do all the accent pieces and paint the cabinets. Kind of thinking of doing a kind of a dark gray, especially with our dogs, so it'll help keep it cleaner, and then do more of a lighter gray on the floor. So once we kind of figure all that out, we'll go ahead and do it. I want to change out all of the hardware in here because they are the super old ones. This was built back in 2000, so it's a 2000, I think I said it's a 2000 Jayco Eagle 12 LSO. So if you want to look that up, go ahead and look it up. Just kind of see all the specs and stuff, but I do want to kind of make it our own, make it nice for a few years, and then kind of go from there. I would eventually like to get a travel trailer and do it a lot more frequently, but we'll see where life takes us and how all that goes. You know, we may like how this is and be able to use it more than a travel trailer. But especially if we have kids, like this is like kind of the perfect setup for us, because you have beds and we could go ahead and use that. Maybe when they're older we could kind of figure something out, but as of right now, for a few years, this is what I would like to keep and be able to use. My goal is tomorrow, at least do the roof, or at least remove everything and clean it out, and then be able to do the roof and have that ready. And then once all that's done, we'll move on to the next step. I should make a list of what needs to be done to go ahead and help me get everything that I want done first and not kind of jump around like I normally do. So I'll put that in the description, kind of my steps and plan, and then go from there. So thank you guys. It is a fun little project, and it'll be a cool transformation to see the beginning state of how it is and how we originally got it to where it can be, and kind of our vision for everything. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the next one. Toodles.